Have you ever wondered why some people always seem calm, steady, and deeply connected in their relationships, no matter what life throws at them? It's not luck. It's not that they've had an easy life. The real secret is emotional maturity. Now, I know that phrase can sound a little abstract, but here's the truth. Emotional maturity is what allows you to keep your center when everything around you feels like it's falling apart. It's what helps you respond with clarity instead of anger, with confidence instead of fear. And the best part, you don't have to be perfect to have it. You don't need every answer, every degree, or a spotless past. What you need is awareness, growth, and the willingness to take ownership of your emotions. In this video, I'm going to share 7 powerful signs that show you're truly emotionally mature. And trust me, the last one will completely change how you see yourself and your relationships.
Another powerful sign of emotional maturity is how you handle stress. Because let's face it, life will test you. Bills pile up. Health issues come out of nowhere. People let you down. The question is, do you let that stress control you? Or do you control how you respond? Mature people know when to pause. They take a breath, step back, and give themselves space before making a decision. It's not about ignoring problems. It's about not letting panic make the choice for you. Think about the last time you felt overwhelmed. Did you lash out at someone you love? Did you rush into a decision you later regretted? We've all been there. But emotional maturity says, wait, let me calm my mind first. Stress doesn't disappear, but how you carry it changes everything. When you can stay calm in the storm, you don't just protect your own peace, you give the people around you a sense of safety too. And that is real strength.
Another sign of true emotional maturity is your ability to forgive and let go. And let's be clear, this isn't about excusing bad behavior or pretending the hurt never happened. Forgiveness isn't really for the other person. It's for you. Think about it. How many nights have you lost sleep replaying an old argument in your head? How much energy have you wasted carrying anger towards someone who may not even remember what they did? The truth is, holding on to resentment doesn't punish them, it punishes you. Mature people understand that letting go is an act of freedom. It's saying, I refuse to let the past define my future. It doesn't mean you forget. It doesn't mean you allow the same thing to happen again. It means you're strong enough to release the weight so you can move forward with a clean heart. And when you finally let go, you'll feel it instantly, like a heavy stone lifted off your shoulders. That's real maturity.
Another sign of emotional maturity is accepting responsibility. And let me tell you, this one separates the people who keep repeating the same mistakes from those who actually grow. It's easy to blame others. Easy to say, it wasn't my fault. They pushed me. Life wasn't fair. And maybe that's true. Life isn't fair. People will let you down. Circumstances won't always be in your favor. But here's the thing. None of that changes the fact that your choices are still yours. Mature people don't waste energy pointing fingers. They look in the mirror and ask, what can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? And the moment you do that, something powerful shifts. You move from being a victim of life to being the author of your own story. Taking responsibility doesn't mean being perfect. It means being honest. Honest enough to admit mistakes, strong enough to learn, and humble enough to move forward without shame. That's real maturity.
Another powerful sign of emotional maturity is knowing how to set and keep healthy boundaries. Because, let's be honest, love, kindness, and generosity don't mean saying yes to everything and everyone. In fact, always saying yes can leave you drained, resentful, and even disconnected from yourself. Mature people understand that a real yes only comes from the strength to also say no. Think about it. How many times have you agreed to something just to keep the peace, only to regret it later? Boundaries are not walls. They're more like doors. You decide what comes in and what stays out based on your values and your energy. And here's the truth. When you set boundaries, you're not pushing people away. You're showing them how to respect you. You're protecting your time, your health, and your peace of mind. That's not selfish, it's wisdom. Because only when your cup is full can you truly give to others in a healthy, lasting way.
Another sign of emotional maturity is empathy, being able to feel what others feel without losing yourself in the process. See, real empathy is not about carrying someone else's pain as if it were your own. It's about listening deeply, seeing the world through their eyes, and showing compassion while still standing firmly in your own shoes. Think about it. Have you ever been so caught up in someone else's emotions that you forgot your own needs? Maybe you gave too much, said yes when you wanted to say no, or lost sleep worrying about things you couldn't control. That's not empathy. That's self-erasure. Mature people know how to care without collapsing. They can sit with someone's pain, offer support, and show love while still honoring their own boundaries and identity. Because true empathy isn't about losing yourself. It's about giving from a place of strength, not sacrifice. And when you can do that, your relationships become healthier, deeper, and far more balanced.
Another sign of emotional maturity is the ability to regulate your emotions. Because, let's be honest, we all feel anger, jealousy, fear, or frustration. Those emotions are human. The difference is, mature people don't let those feelings run the show. Think about it. How many times have you said something in anger that you wished you could take back? Or let fear keep you from an opportunity that could have changed your life? Emotions are like waves. They rise, they crash, and then they pass. The key is not to fight them, but to ride them with awareness. Mature people pause. They take a breath. They remind themselves, this feeling is temporary. I get to choose how I respond. That's power. Not the loud, explosive kind, but the quiet strength of self-control. When you learn to regulate your emotions, you stop being a prisoner to them. Instead, you use them as signals, guides that help you act with clarity instead of chaos. That's real maturity, and it changes everything.
The seventh sign of emotional maturity is something most people try to avoid: being comfortable with vulnerability. Now, society often tells us to always be strong, always be in control, never let anyone see you sweat. But here's the truth. Real strength isn't about hiding your feelings. It's about having the courage to show them. Vulnerability doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're human, It means you're brave enough to say, "This is who I am, flaws and all." And that's how you form real connections. Think about the relationships that matter most to you. They didn't grow from pretending, they grew from honesty, from those raw conversations where you opened up and let someone see the real you. Mature people know that letting themselves be seen doesn't take away from their strength, it deepens it. Because when you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you invite trust, intimacy, and love. And that's where the richest parts of life are found.
So let's bring it all together. The 7 signs of emotional maturity are clear: managing stress, learning to forgive, accepting responsibility, setting healthy boundaries, showing empathy without losing yourself, regulating your emotions, and being comfortable with vulnerability. Now, here's the thing. Emotional maturity is not a final destination. It's not about checking off a list and saying, "I'm done." It's a journey, something you practice every single day. Some days you'll get it right. Other days you'll stumble, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep moving forward. So, let me ask you, where are you right now on that journey? Which of these signs already show up in your life, and which ones could you strengthen? Take a moment to reflect, because that awareness alone is the first step toward growth.